It's great to have you with us for this AFC Champions League round of 16, second leg between Saudi Arabia's Al Hilal and Sepahan of Iran. The venue is the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh. It's been a sunny, warm day in the Saudi capital, and it's starting to cool off as local time approaches 2100 hours. 7 days ago, Al Hilal scored 2 late goals in a 3-1 win in Iran, and they will start favourites to qualify for the quarter-finals of the Champions League. In that game, Sepahan took the lead before half-time through their prolific right-back, Ramin Rezian, but 10 minutes after the restart, Malcolm equalised for the Saudis, popping home a rebound from an Alexander Mitrovic shot. Yes, the Al Hilal coach, George Jesus, gives some last-minute instructions to his team. Both coaches, by the way, are Portuguese. Jose Moraes coaches the opposition tonight, and he is a former Al Hilal coach, and before the game he spoke about how great it was to come back here. Really impressed with the new stadium. Al Hilal playing their first competitive game in it at the weekend in the Saudi Pro League, but this is the first Champions League game in this new stadium, built in 180 days, holds up to 30,000. And the key moment in that game a week ago came with 20 minutes to play when the Sepahan centre-half, Mohamed Danashgar, was sent off for a very late studs-up challenge. Al Hilal took advantage of their extra man to score twice in stoppage time. Mitrovic headed in to make it 2-1. 2 minutes later, substitute Abdullah Al-Hamdan scored a third with a cool finish after an excellent through ball. So Sepahan have a mountain or 3 to climb if they are to progress to the quarter-finals of this competition. The winners of this one will meet either Al Ittihad of Saudi Arabia or Navbahor in the quarter-finals. That game is just coming towards a conclusion. Al Ittihad leading 2-1, so it could well be an all-Saudi quarter-final if Al Hilal go through this evening. There is also the small matter of Al Hilal's current form after beating Sepahan. They won then their first game following the resumption of the Saudi Pro League, beating Al Raid 3-1. That extended their winning streak to 24 matches in all competitions, including friendlies, as Jose Moraes makes his way to the dugout. As I said, very happy to be back here, and had a very good relationship with the fans. The last defeat for Al Hilal was back in mid-August, some 6 months ago. So this is a side that is used to winning, used to getting their own way. Sepahan qualified for the last 16 for the first time in over a decade as runners-up in their group. They're the only team from Iran to reach the knockout stage. Their final group game was against another Saudi side, Al Ittihad. I just mentioned a highly charged affair following the shenanigans of the first game between the two, which led to the cancellation of the match and the awarding of the points to Al Ittihad. Sepahan lost the reverse game in Saudi. That was their last trip to this country, but just squeaked through to the last 16. Now, they haven't resumed playing in the Persian Gulf Pro League, and they have dropped to third, 4 points behind the leaders, Esteghlal, who they visit on Sunday. So a couple of really big games in quick succession for Sepahan. And they are not, it has to be said, in the best of form. They lost their last 3 league games before the break for the Asian Cup. And, of course, then they lost to Sepahan, lost to Al Hilal last week. So they're in a difficult moment, and there is pressure on them. Sepahan yet to win this competition. They were runners-up in 2007. Lost 3-1 on aggregate to Urawa Red Diamonds. Quarter-finalists twice, 2011 and 2012. Last year they went out in the group stage, so they have gone one better this season. By contrast, Al Hilal have a tremendous pedigree in this tournament. They've won the title 4 times, 1991, 2000, 2019, and latterly 2021 when they beat Pohang Steelers 2-0 in Riyadh. They've also been runners-up 5 times, including last year when they lost 2-1 on aggregate to the aforementioned Red Diamonds. Al Hilal in blue, Sepahan in yellow. And let's see what kind of reception the teams get as they enter this brand new arena. It sounds and feels like a football stadium. No running track. Fans close to the action. It has a retractable roof. State of the art. But if you watched the match last week, it was a fantastic atmosphere. So Sepahan and their players will not be intimidated by this. They're used to playing in front of hostile, large crowds. But they have it all to do with Al Hilal leading 3-1 on aggregate. Al Hilal make just the one change. It's in attacking midfield where the Brazilian Michael is preferred to Sergi Milinkovic-Savic. Salam will skipper the side. The on-field match officials are from the United Arab Emirates. The man in the middle, Adel Ali Aknadi. In charge of VAR this evening is Omar Mohamed Al-Ali, who will review goals, penalties, red cards and mistaken identity. Two captains, Salam of Al Hilal and Karim of Sepahan. Three alterations for the visitors. Area comes in for Dinesh, who was sent off in the first leg. The centre-half midfielders, Ahmed Noor and Arabi, are also in the starting 11. No out-and-out forwards on the Al Hilal bench, but number 16, Nasser Al-Dasari, did score the fastest ever Champions League goal in the final 3 years ago. For Sepahan, number 5, Reza, has scored a couple of goals in the competition this season. And I meant to mention, as we see the referee just move into picture, that the official last week was absolutely excellent. Could have been a very difficult game, but he controlled it very well, and we were treated to a real spectacle. Holds around 30,000, the new stadium. Al Hilal becoming familiar with their new surroundings. So, a really tall order for Sepahan against Al Hilal. Last year's losing finalists, 4 times the champions. They spent a lot of money in the off-season, and certainly it's paying off in the shape of Alexander Mitrovic, who has a fantastic scoring record. Ball is given away, early opportunity here, deflected wide. That was important. That was a little bit casual from the Al Hilal defence, and Sharia was in. Oh, complete miskick. It was Kayan who had the shot. So early set piece for Sepahan as they look to overhaul this 3-1 lead for Al Hilal. Goalkeeper comes and punches, gets some good distance on that. Malcolm using his pace to press the goalkeeper. Dabo. Ramin has given the ball away. And the cross is a really good one. Needed defending. Already really good pace to the game. Sepahan just have to come and play. They can't sit around and wait for things to happen. They've got to try and force the issue. That will create space for Al Hilal. And Al Hilal have scored 19 goals in this competition so far, 13 of those goals in the second half. Throw into the home side, and that is George Jesus. Second spell in charge of the Blue Waves. Mitrovic, quite deep. Michael is challenged and fouled. Malcolm and Michael. It's Michael. Oh, goalkeeper opts the punch. He didn't get very much distance on that. Yes, I couldn't bring it under control. And here comes Sepahan with Ramin. Only just foiled. Sepahan have it back. Yeah, it was a physical challenge, but Mitrovic bundled over by Siavash. I think the referee's saying, my decision is final and I don't want any back chat. Malcolm is very involved in the game in these early stages. He scored in the first leg, scored the equaliser, a tap-in after the goalkeeper had saved Mitrovic's shot. And the curler, oh! Sharia chancing his arm. The Al Ittihad game against Navbahor has finished with Al Ittihad going through to the quarter-finals. So we know the opponents for the winners of this one in the last 8. Confirmation of the score to come. Al-Tambakti. Applause from Yasser, and that is Jose Moraes of Portugal. Was at Sepahan. City had won 2-1 on the night, 2-1 on aggregate. I think it was 0-0 after the first leg. So they will join Al Nassr in the quarterfinals, and Al Hilal looking to become the 3rd Saudi side to make the last 8. So that'll be a cracker for Al Hilal to reach the quarterfinals. It would be a cracker if Sepahan reached them as well, given the recent history on the football pitch between clubs from the 2 countries. But long way to go. And Sepahan will have to play better than they did in the first leg, although they were undone by a sending off with, what, 20 minutes to play. Flicked on for Mitrovic. Oh, nicely done. Still got it. Powerful man. Six goals in this competition, 28 in 29 games since his arrival at Al Hilal from Fulham. Worth every penny, I think they would say, of the, what, 57 million US dollars they paid for him. And the danger for Sepahan is if they concede the first goal, it's almost impossible. He would then have to score 3 without reply to take the game to extra time. A reminder that away goals don't count. And Mitrovic almost in. Well read by the goalkeeper. Payan quickly off his line. Sepahan has shown plenty of attacking intent. That was a very important interception as well. Arabi brought into the side this evening, getting no change out of Saud. Sepahan in this sort of 4-5-1, but they're asking Kayan to support Sharia, the lone front runner. Looks like it may even be 4-4-2. I think probably in possession 4-4-2 and out of possession, just leaving Sharia up front. Mitrovic involved again. Eased off the ball, says the referee, as Darbo brings it away. Still Darbo, stopped in his tracks. Sepahan probing in the early stages of this game. They have come to play. They have no choice. They get a free kick for the foul on Kayan. Farsad Ahmed is his name, but where's Kayan on the back of his shirt? Malcolm wanted the foul. Referee's giving a talking to someone. He's going to want a word with one of the Sepahan players. Head bowed, says, "Sorry, sir." I bet he goes back and does it again. They've got some tall lads in the team, have Sepahan, and they will be the target of this free kick. Oh, and they beat the offside trap. Did the flag go up? Little bit of an argument because Kayan went for it. There were two players behind him. Were they offside? Yes. It would have, of course, gone to VAR, but at least two of them looked offside, unless one of the Al Hilal players who was behind them played them on, but it didn't look like that was the case. But their tactics are clear. It's just the timing. First time ball. Oh, I was looking for Salem. Haven't seen too much of the Al Hilal skipper. Really important. Al-Balahi. Kayan takes over. It's a good start, this, from Sepahan. Arabi. Cross is a good one, and Kayan trying to time his run. Karimi. Ramin couldn't quite dig out the cross. Much more positive and aggressive than they were in the first leg, Sepahan. It's a good start from them, but they haven't managed to knock Al Hilal out of their stride as yet. And here they come. Salam trying to play the 1-2. Exciting time to be involved in football in Saudi Arabia. New stadiums, big stars, lots of money in the game. If you're a coach, you want to be a part of it. Michael, nice move. Do have lots of choices of foreign players. They can play 5 of them, 6 if one of them is from the same federation. But certainly centre-half Khalidou Koulibaly has not had a look in. Milinkovic-Savic not featuring this evening. Neves is in the team. Michael and Malcolm too. Bono, the goalkeeper. And of course Mitrovic. Can't leave him out, can you? Sauda's won a free kick for Al Hilal. Work to do for Payam to organise his defence. It'll be Michael to take it. Aim for the bloke with number 9 on his back, and they did! Well, they kept him out, but that's how dangerous he is. Maybe, just maybe, it wouldn't have counted, but a good stop from the goalkeeper. Really good header. He's lethal in the air, Mitrovic. He's not too shabby on the deck either. Good technician. I suppose if you were to perhaps say one of the things he's not quite so good at is pace, but believe you me, you wouldn't like to take him on in a foot race. Arabi making the running. Stopped though by Saud. Oh, it's a little bit wasteful. Kanu can't get there. Ramin. No foul, says the referee. Area takes over. Ramin is still down, and the referee brings a halt to play. And not exactly clear why. It's not a head injury, and Ramin might well be a painful one, but I don't think the referee's going to ask the physio to come on. Oh. Well, what do you do? It's completely accidental, but it did put him off. I would have thought that would have been a foul. But the physio does come on for Sharia. Gives a little bit of time for Jose Moraes, the Sepahan coach, to make a couple of adjustments. Made a good start though, no question. First 15 minutes or so of this game. They've been lively, they've been at it. Sakipur, who's down. Sharia is now back on his feet. A little bit frustrated that he didn't get a free kick for the accidental collision with Ramin, but the referee saw it as a legal challenge and just a coming together, and Al Hilal can start again. Michael looking up for that target, and that man, and it's headed away from behind the goalkeeper. Mitrovic causing all sorts of problems. Just have to stick it in his general direction and he'll get his head on it. Malcolm finds Michael. Oh, the ball comes back to Malcolm, and he sold Saud a little bit short there. Siviash has to keep an eye on Mitrovic. He just let him go for a second. Offside flag is up. Yeah, Siviash will have his hands full. I mean, they managed to contain Mitrovic in the first leg. As we look at this again, it may have been offside. A good clearance from Siviash. But they contained Mitrovic until pretty much stoppage time, although he was instrumental in the equalising goals, but keeping him quiet has proved impossible for the teams that he's played against so far with all those goals. When you look at his record, Mitrovic, this is in the Saudi League this season, it's just game after game, goal after goal after goal. No handball. Referee had a good view of that. Darbo takes it on his chest. Neatly played by the midfielder from Burkina Faso. Ramin. Oh, that's a really good ball. And a shot, or a header rather, on target. An effort on target. Didn't quite have the requisite power, but not very good marking. And an opportunity. But as we saw in the World Cup in Qatar, Bono, Yassine Bono, certainly knows what he's doing between the sticks. Malcolm chasing. Salim can't collect. Karimi can. Oh, he's given it away. Kanu, and still Kanu. Mitrovic is bundled over, but it's still there for Al Hilal. Here is Mitrovic, takes it on his chest. And he's now going to complain to the referee. So we've had plenty of goal-mouth action in this game in the first 21 minutes or so. It's a really good watch. But we await the breakthrough on the night. Kayan at Arbi. Just a little bit too ahead of Sharia. Coach liked it. Neves. Can't see too much of Ruben Neves. So, if you let him, he'll run the game. You can see they tried to put a man on him. And if it's not the forward, then it's Karimi who shuffles across. Here is Neves. I think that's where Sepahan would like it, nice and deep. But he does have a great passing range, Neves. So the only way to really play him is to keep him very tightly marked. Yasser forward. Goalkeeper, as he's done there once or twice already, reading the situation and very quickly off his line to diffuse the situation. Neves waves his centre-half forward. Kanu. Mistake. Sepahan are in. 2 against 2. And the shot flashes across the face of goal from Arabi. But they are lively, Sepahan. You feel if they can get a goal, their tails would be up. Ambitious, I think, from there. Bono asking his defenders to concentrate fully. That was a little bit slack. And you can see Sepahan having 2 more shots than the hosts. Michael takes over. Mitrovic now makes his way further upfield. Malcolm is the player that's floating, popping up in all sorts of places. Ramin can't keep it in play. He's one of 2 Sepahan players that is on a yellow card, and were they to pick up another one, they would be out of the first leg of the quarter-final, so they've got to be mindful of that. Malcolm on the other side for Al Hilal is also on a yellow card. Excellent pressing from Kyan. Michael stopped illegally. Saud, the fullback, coming to the defence of his winger. He wasn't happy with that, Saud. And I think that's what the winger would like to see, being backed up by his fullback. It's not really a good challenge from Ahmed Noor. He's perhaps lucky to get away without a caution there, which I think is the message that Neves is trying to get to the referee. Lovely flighted free kick, cut off the woodwork. Kanu on his left foot. Swung at it, made a good connection, and he was always swerving away. Closest we've come. Shinned it, didn't he? Off the angle. But quick reflexes to get something on it, and that was a moment of alarm. And here maybe another one in the game. Oh, lovely ball. Sharia thought it was going to arrive on a plate for him. Important interception. Well, I mentioned the tempo of the game in the first couple of minutes or so. It hasn't really let up. It has been helter-skelter. This is possibly one of the only times where the ball has been played around as Al Hilal take a breather. Left by Mitrovic, but picked up by the team in yellow. Ramen is bundled over, and he will get a free kick for that. Yasir, over physical. Just clipped, wasn't he? So good refereeing, but he was off the pitch and then found his way back onto it. Make sure the game didn't restart without him and with his team down to 10 men, however temporarily it may have been. Ramin has recovered and he will take the set piece. Sharia Mohanlu will be one of the targets, the centre forward. Yes, it was obvious, wasn't it? Oh, the volley would have been spectacular from the centre-half, Siavash. Really, really good defending, but Sepahan are making the crowd nervous. Their attacking intent is clear for everybody to see, and they really are taking the game to Al Hilal. And here they come again. Sharia will retrieve the loose ball. Doesn't have much support. Wins a throw-in. Gets applause from Ramin, who scored the first goal of the first leg to put Sepahan 1-0 up. It's amazing, really, playing at right back. He has 5 goals. He's only one behind the top scorers. Or at the start of play, the top scorers in the competition. Fantastic. He did take that goal well too. Oh, and the long throw is a good one. And at the back post, the header goes in and the flag goes up. Oh, it will be checked. So let's have a look. Excellent long throw. That is a potent weapon. I'm just going to check this. Bono well beaten. I think he's offside, that would be the impression. And he was. But it's another alarming moment for Al Hilal. Foul on Saud. Arabi. Don't think I've ever seen a name on the back of the shirt. It's just AAA. Ali Ashkar Arabi is his full name. Yasser infield, Kanu. Oh, Salam just took too much time. Kaya nicks it away, but he in turn has given it away. Ruben Neves further upfield than we've seen him so far in this game. There's a strong challenge there. Referee says play on. There's an Al Hilal player down. I think it's Neves. Malcolm. Malcolm plays a 1-2. Excellent from Ramin. Read that all the way. So, well, Al Hilal didn't put the ball out of play, and really, why should Sepahan? And then the referee calls a halt. It's not Neves who's down, he's walking around and well, that's not a foul. It was Zaria with the excellent defending who managed to get his body between his opponent and the ball, so that was really good. It was Sir Michael, and whatever they were looking at, they've decided it's okay. Maybe this was it. Ooh. Does he get the ball? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Neves involved. Michael felt the full force, but it was a legitimate challenge. And just an example of the positive, aggressive attitude that Sepahan have brought to this game. They've been the better side in the first half hour or so. But they need a goal. They need more than one, actually. So we saw a long throw a couple of moments ago cause real problems in the Al Hilal defence. This time it goes short. They've mixed up their tactics, and the cross is too long. And there's plenty of time for Salam, the Al Hilal skipper, to deal with it and find a teammate. Yes, it turns. Click towards Kanu. That wasn't an easy one for Yasser, but he did draw the foul. Abid Noor a little bit late. He felt that. Well, he was offside at the long throw, flicked on, classic set-piece move. He played his part with the flick on. Was Jose Mourinho's assistant for a long time. Real Madrid, Inter Milan, Chelsea twice. Yeah, but his team is playing bright, attractive, attacking football, and that hasn't always been Jose Mourinho's style. But Jose Mourinho's his own man. Neves playing in between the centre halves. Kanu comes deep. There's just a little bit too much space between the three lads up front and the midfielders. Kanu now fills that space, but if Neves sits so deep, it means that Kanu has to get in there and fill that gap, because it's just too far between defence and attack, and very difficult to build things through the middle. And here they are going wide with their skipper Salam. Excellent sliding challenge. Siavash coming out of defence, out of central defence to deal with that. But Al Hilal have it back. Yasser, crafty, Salam. Oh, that's a nice ball as well. Malcolm pulls it back. Mitrovic helps it on. Chance here! Chance missed. Beautifully worked. Best move of the match. And Michael has put it wide. Mitrovic unselfishly helping it on. He knew there was a man over behind him. Really good play from him. That's a bad miss. Just scuffs it. Arabi is available, and here he is. Alton back to across to thwart any danger, and he's done well, stood up to the challenge. Mitrovic wins it in the air against Darbo, and then there's a little bit of confusion with Michael. Kanu opts for safety. Wow. 225 passes. But quite a few of them will be like that. Between centre halves, Neves knocking it around. But that's still quite a lot of possession. Again, big gap between the lads up front and the defenders. The defenders have to bring the ball out. And Malcolm is in space. Kanu getting more involved in the game. Saud. Here's Michael looking for Saud. Zakipor did well. Saud again. Oh, Mitrovic! Was it over the line? He got there. It seemed unlikely, but he did get there, and the half volley is cleared off the line. Al Hilal coming on strong. They've had three really good chances. Kanu's hit the angle of crossbar and post. Michael with a bad miss, having been put in by Mitrovic, and then Mitrovic himself with a half volley on the far post. Cleared off the line. Excellent running from Kanu. Darbo across, read it well. Corner. much more involved kind of in the game in the last few minutes. So too that man. Here's another look at it. Doesn't get all of it, but it's excellent work again from Area. That was going in. So some last-ditch defending, keeping the scoreline at 0-0 on the night. Al Hilal leading 3-1 on aggregate. And Sepahan have to defend a corner, which they do well. And Salim, oh, he caught hold of that. And that will be another corner. Mitrovic complaining about the holding and the blocking. Tempted back heel. It's no problem for the goalkeeper. I'm not sure how he's feeling. His side have had the best chances, they haven't taken them. But I think he'd be happy with the way that Sepahan are playing, because they're not in this low block. It does give his quick, pacey forwards, and of course his talented centre forward Mitrovic, opportunities, but they've had 3 of them and haven't taken any. Ramin, really good cross, good header too on the run from Sharia, off target, but he's an effective focal point for the attack. No real challenge coming in from Altan Bakhti. So that's what he's complaining about. And well, not quite sure why VAR doesn't have a look at that. Maybe they did and felt it wasn't worthy of a spot kick. That was not the view, I think, of Mitrovic. Saud. Oh, good pace from him, but he miscontrolled the first one, got away with it, didn't get away with the second one. Darbo takes over and the through ball is for Sharia. He doesn't quite have the pace to get round Neves, who does well, and wins a goal kick. Really good experienced play from Ruben Neves. Sharia is a big guy. He's not a whippet, but as we've seen, very effective in the air, leads the line really well. Good target man. Less than 90 seconds to go of normal time in the first half. Been good to watch, but we await the first goal of this second leg. Come close. Ball was out. Mitrovic might still be there. Malcolm goes for the curler, too close to the goalkeeper. Cayenne. Fouled. I think I heard 3 minutes. Let's see. Indeed. Saud, really good. Excellent from him. Pass just a little bit behind Michael. But good footwork from him. Kano, Saud, tried to play the 1-2. Zakipor intervening. Sidiash boots it away. Oh, well, the flick from Malcolm was going nowhere, and then he was body checked off the ball by Sidiash. Referee has his hand near his pocket. Yeah, it's deliberate. You're not going anywhere, son. So a late opportunity in this first half from the set piece for Al Hilal. It's a little bit straight, but Sepahan have to keep this tight. It would be a massive blow to go in a goal down just seconds before half-time. So full concentration required from the team in yellow. Neves and Malcolm. Where's Mitrovic? Oh, Darbo let it go. That may be a mistake. He recovers though. Didn't know there was somebody behind him. Yes, I think the flag would have gone up anyway. But play on. Neves didn't quite reach the intended target, which was Saud. Kano strong in midfield. Now here's Malcolm. Michael was available. It's over the head of Mitrovic, who has to turn and chase. Prevents a goal kick. Goes out for a throw-in as the referee blows for half-time. An entertaining 45 minutes. His side haven't broken through, but they've had a number of opportunities. Kano off the angle with his left foot. Michael with a terrible miss after he was set up by Mitrovic, and then Mitrovic himself on the far post, and it was cleared off the line by Aria. For Sepahan, they had an offside goal, a headed goal that was ruled out because they had strayed beyond the last man. Half-time in the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh. It's Al Hilal 0, Sepahan 0. Welcome back to the second half. Sepahan players making their way out onto the pitch. Performed well in the first half. They got a little bit lucky though, especially with that Michael miss. But he's probably happy with the first half performance. They desperately need a goal though, just to give them something to build on. That extra time period in the first leg, very, very costly. But Sepahan have proved to be more than a match for this man's side, Al Hilal, as they get ready to come back on the pitch. Neves getting some instructions, probably in Portuguese, from his Portuguese coach. "69 years old, still moves like an athlete." Bono, not quite so old. There he is, the main man, Alexander Mitrovic. Defenders discussion. So Sepahan have 45 minutes to rescue their Champions League campaign. 0-0 on the night. They are 3-1 down on aggregate. It's now or never for them. Home side in blue, visitors in yellow and black. Out on this near side is Rabi. Omidnor. Good skill from Saud. Be interesting to see what Al Hilal's tactics are. I mean, do they just play a sort of holding game and just try and take the sting out of Sepahan, or do they be a little bit more positive? Area, Kayan, Sakipur. Not getting anything out of the referee. Did it take the merest hint of a deflection? Kanu with the flick on. Sharir will chase. Good clearance from the goalkeeper, under pressure. Kept in play, but misunderstanding between Malcolm and Mitrovic. What a pass that is. Sakipur does well to keep hold of it under pressure, just couldn't quite find a teammate. Saud comes away with it. This is Mitrovic. Yasir, a willing runner. Neves, Kanu. Played into Salam, and then Mitrovic. Oh, referee. It says offside. Well, Mitrovic was quite casual there. Perhaps he realised he was offside, but tried to chip the goalkeeper. Keeper did well. Darboe did excellently to prevent any follow-up. Just going to have a look, but if he's offside, so it depends, I suppose, who was offside. But if Mitrovic was offside, surely that means that there can't be a penalty following that. No penalty. Sharia. That was cheeky. Oh, he shrugs off Kanu, but Al Hilal come away with the ball. Michael with it. Down the line looking for Malcolm. Referee didn't see anything wrong with that. Michael back on his feet, a little gingerly, it has to be said. Brian Darboe, one of only two foreigners in the Sepahan ranks. Just don't have the resources that a team like Al Hilal do. Al Hilal, of course, one of the four teams funded by the Public Investment Fund in Saudi Arabia. They can afford to go out and spend $400 million on players like Mitrovic, Bono, Neves, pretty much whichever Brazilian they want. Arabi. Well, it comes to nothing. Again, more attacking intent. Sharia was waiting in the middle. Can't afford to be complacent, Al Hilal. And they've given it away again. It's a little bit loose from Michael. Shot bounced awkwardly in front of Bono, but he was behind it all the way. And the shot from Aria, who has had an excellent game so far in defence and attack. That was a clean strike of the ball. He was the one that cleared from behind the goalkeeper when Mitrovic had that half volley on the far post. And he's been called into action again. Salim. Oh, Salim's made good progress. Maria gets to him and concedes a corner. So we saw a tussle between Siavash and Mitrovic. It's going on again. But the replay of the last corner showed Siavash with his arms around Mitrovic. I don't know how that's allowed. I mean, Mitrovic couldn't go anywhere. Mitrovic is used to it. Oh, nearly flicked on at the near post by Malcolm. Arabi is there. And Hassan Tambakti back to his goalkeeper in plenty of time. Siavash wins the header against Malcolm. This is Darboe. A little bit loose, picked up by Sharia, but he's lost it as well. Sepahan have it back. Good pressing from Al Hilal. Kanu on Darbo. But it's 2 against 1 on this near side. Zakipor. Arabi, the cross to the far post, and a ball is in the back of the net, and Kayan has scored for Sepahan, and now they have something to build on. .54 on the clock, and Sepahan pull a goal back in the tie. And it was the overload on this near side. Saud had 2 for company. Cross to the back post. Really clever header. Gets Ramin on the far post, who just nods it back. And Kayan from close range makes it 1-0. It was indeed Ramin. Not only does he have a fantastic scoring record, he assists as well. Really good goal. And they are back in the tie. Now, will that wake Al Hilal up? 10 minutes after the restart. Goal, as a matter of course, will be checked. But the check is going on a little bit longer than perhaps Kayan would like. I think maybe there may be a handball in there. This would be cruel on Sepahan. Oh. His arm is close to his chest. Would not like to be sitting in the VAR chair for this one. Decision, goal. Sepahan lead 1-0. Third goal of the campaign for Farshad Ahmed, who goes by the name of Kayan. Stunned the crowd. So can Sepahan take advantage of this lull in intensity, both on the pitch and in the stands? Whistle hasn't gone. Saud puts it out of play. It's Michael who's down. Well, you know, I mean, he's complaining, but it was him that went in for the shoulder charge. Mitrovic the target. Al Hilal just need to steady the ship. And here's Salam, the skipper. Again, good goalkeeping from Payan. It's been a good signing for them. Joined in the close season. And over the 2 games, he's been pretty steady. He does read the game well, willing to come off his line. Comes for crosses. Al Hilal have it back. Eltan Bakhti. And El Boulaye goes back to his goalkeeper, Bono. Beaten for the 2nd time in this tie. Zakipor with the defensive header. Well, whatever he said at half-time hasn't worked. I wonder if he's thinking about substitutions just to freshen it up. The hour is a time when a lot of managers will use it, as Yasser is in and looking for Mitrovic. could see what he was trying to do. It's just too far ahead of Mitrovic. Sharia felt that the defender wasn't going for the ball, was challenging him. Neves just a little bit too quick for Sharia. Here he is again. If it stays like this, Al Hilal will go through, but they will lose their 24-match winning run, and it will be a first defeat since August. We have 30 minutes of the game to go, 30 minutes of the tie, 30 minutes for Sepahan to find another goal, perhaps force extra time. He looks worried, doesn't he? Wondering just what to do to spark his team into life. Salem, surrounded by yellow shirts. Malcolm has done well. Kanu, Salem, neat football, trying to play Saud in. Sepahan have given it away. Neves. Bit of head tennis. Saud, Neves, Kanu just helps it on to Saud. That's really good football. And the cross is too close to the goalkeeper. Good move though. Just lacked that final ball. Arabi ahead of Zakipur, but instead he goes back to Darbo, and they'll build again from the goalkeeper. Siavash, Karimi. That was late on Darbo. Not sure if the referee saw it, but he's allowed play to go on. Ramin. Ramin Noor. Aria. Oh, Sharia had Ramin behind him. I think the centre-forward's entitled to go for it, but some words exchanged. Had a look or two. It's a chance. Well, that was a late challenge on Darbo, and he's feeling that. There's the goal scorer. Off his body and in. When they came out for half-time, some of the Sepahan players, not joking around, but they clearly felt that they were in this tie, and there were smiles and happy with their first half work, and now they'd be very happy that they've got an all-important goal and broken the deadlock. But it's only half the job done. Salem, Saud, Michael looking to go down the line. Malcolm looks around to see if anybody will help him press. Sharia. Cayenne was offside. So there is a change coming. There's 2 changes coming. Hilal back off, allowing Darboe to carry the ball forward until he reaches Kanu. Amaradi. Crowd appreciated that defending. Good reading of the game, sliding challenge, well timed. Oh, that was loose from Darboe. Kanu won't get that. Michael battling away with Darboe. Good skill from Saud, who's held back. He's another consistent performer for Al Hilal. Ramin hooks it forward. Neves brings it down. Sakipor was a little bit lucky there. Darboe with the searching ball. Yasser is in the way. Neves isn't going to make it. Aria is. Aria loses out in that duel. And Salam's brought down. Karimi really frustrated. So Al Hilal can make these substitutions. And Nasser Al-Dosari is one of those coming on. He is the scorer of the fastest ever goal in the AFC Champions League. Scored it in the final in 2021 in a 2-0 win over Pohang Steelers, just 16 seconds. And Salman, the other one to come on. So a little bit of shake-up for Al Hilal. Nasir and Kanu off. Neves, it was a subtle touch, but he couldn't find a teammate. So it's now Jorge Jesus' his turn to get a little bit frustrated. He's clearly not happy with how his team is performing. But Sepahan have given it away. Oh, Siavash is surely going to go in the book for that. He does indeed. He took one for the team there after they gave the ball away. The Al Hilal players are furious because they're saying that Siavash was the last man. Mitrovic and Karimi getting into it. Ramin too. Referee needs to keep control here. Al Hilal players are furious. They thought it was a red. They think there was a covering player. Let's have a look. They give the ball straight to Malcolm. Well, the question is, would Darboe have got there? Yes, I think he probably would. He's a little bit lucky though, Sepahan. So they will have a look at this, because it is one of those ones where you know, you could argue that Darboe wasn't going to get there, but I think the replay showed that he was quite close. I think they're going to stay with the on-field decision on this one, but sometimes it's anybody's guess. Here it is again. There's Darboe right there. Was he close enough? Oh, referee's going to have a look. This usually means bad news for the recipient of the yellow, but we'll see. Well, from that angle, I mean, Darboe's what, 8 yards away? Oh, he's going for the pocket. He is going for the pocket. The yellow card has been wiped out. It's a red. Sepahan walks. You can never tell. It seemed obvious that Darboe was covering, but when we saw the replay of the actual moment of the incident, he was quite a way away. And Sepahan giving the fans some. I hope that doesn't rebound on him if Sepahan do go out. Well, what a blow. For the second time in the tie, Sepahan have a centre-half sent off at a key moment in the game. It was 72 in the first leg, it's 71 in this leg. And now they really are up against it. They need to find a goal, but they are down to 10 men, and they have to face this free kick. Referee changing his mind under the advice of VAR. Ruben Neves studying concentration. Crowd are into it now. Malcolm standing over it. Neves just behind him. Neves hits it. It was rising, but into the wall anyway. And now Sepahan do have to be a little bit more defensive, otherwise they could get ripped apart here. Al Hilal very effective in the second half of games in the Champions League. 13 of their 19 goals have been scored in the second half, and we saw in the first leg they can score late goals. 2 stoppage time goals in that 3-1 victory in Tehran a week ago. And Sepahan have done all the hard work, scored the goal, played well in the first half, rode their luck a little bit. And Sepahan taking down Malcolm after they'd given the ball away. They were the architects of their own downfall. Initially a yellow. Referee had a look on the advice of VAR. And it's a red. Al Hilal should be able to control the game from here. Sepahan have to dig deep. Not just physically, but mentally as well. It's very difficult playing with 10 men. Nothing doing for Saud. Darbo brings it away. Salman. Saud. Michael had made the run. Salman misses out Neves, but the Portuguese does get the ball now. Finds Salman. Nasser involved. Malcolm. Mitrovic helps it on. Salam retrieves it. Still can't find Mitrovic, who's lurking, just waiting for his opportunity. Ramin getting the bird. I think he'll be quite pleased with that. If the fans are booing him, he knows that he's causing them problems, causing them anxiety. But it's all Sepahan can do to stay in their defensive shape, let Al Hilal have the ball and just take their opportunities to break when they come along. But they are running out of time, got to be mindful of the clock. Oh, lovely turn, lovely goal! Salah delivers. What a body blow for Sepahan. Fabulous turn, fabulous finish. 1-1 on the night, 4-2 on aggregate. A combination of substitutions and a red card for Sepahan. And Al Hilal have taken advantage. Brilliant goal. Takes out two players. And that is an assured finish. Goalkeeper got some of it, he did well. Looks up, fantastic composure. Really, really good goal. Really, really important goal for Al Hilal. They are sensational in the second half of games in this competition. His third goal in the Champions League so far this season. And a really, really important one. That settled everybody down. The two-goal cushion has been restored. And the 10-man of Sepahan have been pegged back once again. And with just 13 minutes of normal time to go, it's a really big ask for Sepahan. But whatever happens, they played their part. Been really good tonight, but they're up against a side that has so much quality. Zakipur and Salman getting involved. I wonder what all that was about. Salman is furious, the skipper. he needs to calm down a little bit. I don't know what happened. Ah, that happened. That was unnecessary from Zakipur. Off the ball. Just a little bit of frustration, I think, emerging there from Sepahan, who have been outpassed on the night. The nod back from Mitrovic, keeping the move alive. A crowd like that. The crowd really got into the game at the start of it, but they saw their side outplayed at times in the first half, and they've been quite quiet in the second half until the sending off. And then the goal, and now they're confident again, once more, that a place in the quarterfinals of the Champions League will be theirs. Another foul. Just sensed that Sepahan are tiring. Looks very much like Neymar, who is on the books of Al Hilal. He had to be deregistered so they could accommodate another foreign player. He's suffering from a long-term injury. We won't see him for some time, but the rehab has started, and there were pictures of him arriving back in Riyadh just a week or so ago, and he's got a long road ahead of him, coming back from an ACL injury, and it may be some time before he's back to his very best. Sometimes it could be 2 years after the injury until you really find your form. As Michael with the cross towards the far post, nodded back by Mitrovic, off the line once more, and the volley! Oh, Ruben Neves! Game over. Tie over. 3 goals the difference now. Ruben Neves took aim and found the target. Brilliant strike. Mitrovic involved, the little nod back, off the line, on the chest, and then bang. Brilliant. He's been closed down as well. Eye on the ball. Super technique. Goalkeeper gets something on it again, but can't keep it out. I mean, it's hit with such pace, it's dipping, it's moving in the air. And Neves gets his second goal for Al Hilal, the first in the Champions League. Who needs Neymar? They are going to have a little look. It should be routine, but if it stands, 2 goals in 7 minutes. I mean, they came on strong in the first leg, and they're doing it in the second leg. As the check goes on, and on. Is he starting to get a bit worried? From a neutral's point of view, it'd be terrible if a goal like that was chalked off, but Sepahan fans wouldn't mind it being chalked off. Goal. Brilliant goal. And Al Hilal now lead 5-2 on aggregate. Less than 10 minutes to play. And surely it's the Saudi side who will be going through. Double substitution with just over 5 minutes to play. Kayan scored the Sepahan goal. He's had a lively game. And Issa Abbas, who made his debut in the first leg, he's on loan from Portuguese side Chavez, and from Ghana. As I mentioned before, one of only 2 foreigners in the Sepahan squad. He plays on the left wing. So does he, actually, when he's fit. Ball is pinged too high, and has the fight gone out of Sepahan. Had a really good attitude to start this game, and they were in it till that red card, and it was pretty much the same story in the first leg. But tonight, giving the ball away, and then Siavash feeling he had to take one for the team, and feeling perhaps that Darbo was in a position to cover him, but it's so hard to predict what VAR and the referee is going to see, and the replay seemed to indicate that Darbo wasn't as close as perhaps we thought at first. Mitrovic the target. All hands to the pump for the team in yellow. Malcolm, he made a good start to the game. We haven't seen too much of him. It was him who was fouled, though, for the red card. So when he's had the opportunity, he has looked lively. Bundled over by Darbo. Play goes on. Neves. Salman. Mitrovic, Malcolm, putting it together now. And on the far post, looking for the spectacular scissor kick, was Michael. Would have rivaled the Ruben Neves strike had he caught it correctly. You're not totally satisfied with his team's work, George Jesus? I think the message will be you'll have to play an awful lot better in the quarter-finals. Al Ittihad awaiting the winners, and it is looking very much like it's going to be an all-Saudi affair. So guaranteed to get one team into the semi-finals. Al Nassr are also into the quarter-finals, so 3 Saudi sides in the last 8. If it stays like this. I love that. gets nowhere near the ball and then points to the ball as if to say, I got it, but he didn't. Abdullah Al-Hamdan has come on. He scored the third goal in the first leg, really well taken. He made a terrific impact coming off the bench, Hamdan. He doesn't have much time to do it now. Darboe takes him on his chest. Here is Al-Hamdan. Darboe has been pretty good tonight. He's held it together, but he's just not quite in the class of Ruben Neves. You're right, he's nowhere near the class of Ruben Neves, but then who is? Desperation time in the last minute for Sepahan. Their time in this competition is just about up, but they can hold their heads high. They have given Al Hilal a game. They gave them a scare by opening the scoring, and suddenly it really was game on. They only needed another goal to force extra time, but then came the red card, quickly followed by 2 goals. Both of them really good goals as well. Salam's strike was excellent, created by a lovely turn. And then just a flash of class from Ruben Neves, volleying home from distance. And now they're just playing it around, knocking it around with ease. Al-Hamdan can't get round to Zakipur. And then fouls his man. Their thoughts will soon turn to their league game that they have coming up against Esteghlal, who are top of the table. It will be a 5th consecutive defeat for Sepahan. Their form has deserted them, but they do have a game or two in hand in the Persian Gulf Pro League. Oof. Tackle still flying in. Hamdan, oh, lovely. Saud just manages to keep his balance. So plays a really good ball to Mitrovic, and Mitrovic is bulked off it, and then Malcolm fires it just past the upright. Excellent move. What a great ball that was from Saud. He had plenty of time and space to take it forward, but opted for the early ball. Mitrovic's first touch wasn't the best. His second was good, though. And Malcolm, did he hit the base of the... Oh, this is Neves again. Malcolm might have hit the base of the post. Six minutes of stoppage time. And Al Hilal, who were in danger of winning that 24-match winning run, now look set to extend it to 25. But perhaps Sepahan can salvage some pride by nicking that away from them with a late goal. Won't make any difference to the tie, but would interrupt Al Hilal's serene winning progress. Oh, given away. Reza eased off the ball. Really good defending. It was always a tough ask to come here you know, 3-1 down, but they have given it a go. I'll turn back to you with some good defending. You know, I think it's a fair reflection, 5-2, of the difference between the sides, and it sometimes boils just down to discipline. Saud had a really good game, enjoyed watching him. Neves retrieves the loose ball. Well, he's not happy. He won't be showering his players with praise in the dressing room afterwards, if his body language there is anything to go by. Here's Malcolm. Saud. Oh, for Mitrovic. That was close. Less than 2 minutes to play. Given away. Malcolm. Salam. Alhamdulillah. Needed saving. Well struck. It's routine, the save. Last knockings of this, a round of 16 tie. Hilal leading 2-1 on the night, 5-2 on aggregate. Fizzing a shot just over the crossbar. Salam, scorer of the first goal. Cool, that was travelling. Into the last minute. The two ties have been hugely entertaining. Late goals, great goals, red cards. Straightforward for Bono. He's not happy at all, is he? It's a coach's life. You make the last eight of the Premier Club tournament in your region and he's still not happy. Another good save from the goalkeeper, comes out to Saud, pull back and in. Oh, it's that man Mitrovic. Of course it is. Goal number 29 for the season for him, his 7th in the Champions League, and the Sepahan players are out on their feet. Mitrovic scores once again. (3-1) on the night, 6-2 on aggregate. Saud with the assist. He's been excellent. Simple finish for Mitrovic. And Sepahan ruining that red card. Hopefully he's a little bit happier now. All 3 goals coming after the red card. It was a big moment in the first leg, massive moment in the second leg, and Sepahan paying the price for ill discipline. And the referee brings proceedings to a close. An entertaining night in the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, and Al Hilal easing their way into the quarterfinals of the Champions League, where they'll play Al Ittihad. And Sepahan giving them a fright by taking the lead on the 54 through Kayan. Then came the sending off of Sepahan, who brought down Malcolm when he was through on goal. It went to VAR, red card was the decision, and then comes the Al Hilal goal. Salem, lovely turn and finish from him on the 75. Ruben Neves, what a volley from that man. Brilliant. Into the top corner, and then Mitrovic just rubbing salt into the wound. Another goal for him, making it 3-1 on the night. Neves, star of the show, along with Alexander Mitrovic. They have done the job. It has finished 3-1 on the night to Al Hilal. They go through to the quarterfinals, 6-2 on aggregate.